Talking about Jesus in the Bible with friends and family can be a sensitive and delicate topic, especially if they don't share the same beliefs. However, it's a great way to build meaningful relationships and share your values with the people you care about. The key is to approach these conversations with empathy, respect, and a willingness to listen. To start, it's essential to create a safe and non-judgmental space where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and opinions. This can be achieved by setting aside dedicated time to talk, free from distractions and interruptions. You can also ask open-ended questions that encourage honest and thoughtful responses, such as what do you think about faith, or how do you think spirituality impacts our lives? When sharing your own thoughts and experiences about Jesus and the Bible, it's crucial to be genuine and authentic. Avoid being preachy or pushy, as this can come across as insensitive and alienating. Instead, focus on sharing personal stories and anecdotes that illustrate the impact of your faith on your life. For example, you could talk about how a particular Bible verse has inspired you to make positive changes or how your relationship with Jesus has helped you navigate difficult times. It's also important to be respectful of other people's beliefs and perspectives, even if they differ from yours. Listen actively and try to understand where they're coming from, rather than simply waiting for your turn to speak. Ask follow-up questions to clarify their thoughts and show that you value their opinions. Remember, the goal of these conversations isn't to win an argument or convert someone to your way of thinking, but to build bridges and foster greater understanding. In addition to sharing personal experiences and listening to others, it can be helpful to explore the Bible together. You could start a Bible study group or simply read through a book of the Bible together, discussing the themes and ideas that emerge. This can be a great way to learn from each other and gain new insights into the scripture. Just be sure to approach these discussions with humility and an open mind, recognizing that everyone brings their own unique perspective to the table. Another important aspect of talking about Jesus in the Bible with friends and family is being mindful of your tone and language. Avoid using jargon or technical terms that might be unfamiliar to non-Christians, and try to use inclusive language that doesn't make others feel like they are on the outside looking in. Instead, focus on using everyday language that conveys your message in a clear and compelling way. Finally, it's essential to remember that these conversations are not a one-time event, but rather an ongoing process. Building meaningful relationships and sharing your faith with others takes time, effort, and patience. Don't expect to have all the answers or to convince someone of your point of view overnight. Instead, focus on being a consistent and loving presence in the lives of your friends and family, and trust that God will work through your relationships to bring people closer to Himself. By following these tips and being intentional about creating space for meaningful conversations, you can talk about Jesus and the Bible with your friends and family in a way that is respectful, engaging, and potentially life-changing. Remember to approach these conversations with empathy, humility, and an open heart, and trust that God will use your relationships to bring people closer to Himself. With time, effort, and a willingness to listen, you can build bridges of understanding and foster greater connection with the people you care about, all while sharing your passion for Jesus and the Bible. Ultimately, the key to talking about Jesus and the Bible with friends and family is to be genuine, respectful, and loving. By being a positive and uplifting presence in the lives of those around you, you can create a safe and supportive environment where people feel comfortable exploring their faith and deepening their relationship with God. So don't be afraid to share your thoughts and experiences, and trust that God will use your conversations to bring people closer to Himself.